Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 6 of Kleines Land. I'm recording this right after I recorded episode 5. It is early spring, day 2 early spring here on Kleines Land. We ended last episode in autumn still, so yeah, it's been a lot of stuff off camera here. I did a little landscaping. You can see I put in a little bit of gravel through here, cleaned up some of the area around here, just added some gravel in. You can see our paths going everywhere, but we're starting to produce wool this year. I did sell off 2 sheep that were males, and we got about $500 for that. I also paid off $10,000 off of the loan. So that is kind of what's happened so far. That puts our loan at just 10 grand out. And you can see in here, I've been taking $1,000 off every day. That needs to come off for our greenhouse, is to not make us too much money, essentially. But yeah, we've been doing good. Our greenhouses are doing fine. They actually probably need a little bit of water. Let's head over there. Just give them some water real quick. The animals need a little bit of care, so they need to go through. I need to get everything topped up for them. The last episode, I tried to make the vehicle volume louder. I'm hoping it's not going to be too overpowered this episode, but it didn't seem to be as loud as I wanted it to be. So we're going to try it this volume that it's at now and see how it goes for this episode. Hopefully it's not super overpowered. If it is, I really apologize, but we're going to try to just change things up a little bit. Now, I have been able to come over here every day and it won't take a full load of water, so we'll see. I don't think I came over here yesterday though, so yeah, it looks like it's going to take a little bit of extra. Let me just get right about there, and then we will fill the other one up here with about 1,000. And then if I do that, then the next day if I come over here, it'll be fine, and I won't end up needing all the water. So yeah, that'll be fine if we get just enough to keep them going for a while. I know that amount I just gave them is more than enough for a day. So we'll drive back over to the farm. We're gonna get, actually, let's get a worker going on our field, because our field needs to be repurposed. We're not gonna plant yet, obviously, not necessarily. Should we do contrast? We probably should take that on. I haven't been doing tons of contracts. That one's been there for a while, actually. Yeah, obviously, we're probably not gonna plant just yet. So what are we doing? Sunflowers this year? Yeah, we gotta wait till the temp gets up a little bit more, to 41, or the soil temp to 41. It should be at 41 tomorrow in game, I would think. But let's leave that guy there for a second. I've been putting these guys in here so they're out of the rain. I did have to buy another pallet of hay. That's already been all used up. That's what's left of it. But yeah, let's grab our... Oh wait, it's gonna be the back there. Let's pull this guy out of the way. That is such a large loading wagon compared to these tractors, but it'll be fine. And I will put the corn header somewhere else so it's not sitting out there in the bushes, basically. But for now, it's fine there. Put that guy up there. We'll grab the subsoiler / fertilizer spreader. Make sure it's loaded up okay. I think this guy should be able to take it just fine. Looks like he needs some more fertilizer. We probably have to get another pallet of fertilizer this year. That might be enough to get us through. I know we have plenty in our fertilizer spreader over there, or into that other shed over there, but I think that, yeah, I don't think this will be enough, quite enough to get there, but we can always buy another pallet. We're making enough money where that's going to be worth it. So this year, we're probably not going to make any major upgrades other than we probably are going to buy a planter, which we'll actually take a look at here in a second, because we're going to do sunflowers. I think a planter is a worthwhile investment. I think that's a good investment. I know we've looked at them. I think they were pretty expensive, or fairly expensive if I remember correctly. So we'll want to be careful with that. But our worker there, see if he gets going good. Okay, they're definitely doing their thing there. Now is it getting fertilizer as it needs? Yep, throwing a layer of fertilizer on there, so that's perfect. Okay, let's take a look real quick in the store at planters while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so these guys are the... Honestly, 4.5 meters is plenty. What's the next biggest one? 6 meters? I mean... we will probably end up getting... I mean, we're going to get bigger planters eventually, and we might end up upgrading to that. But I can't... It's hard to pass up. I mean, that's only 1.5 meters smaller, and the price is way lower. I mean, it's hard to pass that up. So that'll probably be the cedar or the planter we end up getting. I'm not going to buy it just yet, because by tomorrow we should have enough money without needing a loan to get it. So we will do that tomorrow. And what's our loan at? 10 grand? Yeah, 10 grand. We should be able to pay that off this year in a few days. Well, no, not a few days, but a few days. By the end of this year, we'll definitely have that paid off. But let's get the animal squared away here. This thing is such a big trigger, that water spout there. But yeah, let's get the animals squared away real quick with you guys in here, and then yeah, so basically what I do, just take care of the animals. I mean, you guys already know, I guess, probably, but I just try to do, yeah, try to just get them all as good as possible. Actually, I normally do this guy second, because I'll drop the water tank off there, but the horses do take a lot of water. There's so much tire tracks on here. I'm surprised that some of them haven't worn off, but yeah, we'll drop this off here. The horses usually take like 2 or 3 loads of water, so they do take quite a bit of water. I mean, if you look in there at their capacity, the sheep just need, yeah, just hay now. Their capacity for water is quite high. They actually might only need another load probably, and then a partial load would be my guess. I'm really liking that little water spout. That thing's super helpful. Tempted to put one by, I should just put one right by each of the, should put one by each of the pens, so it's just super easy and I can just refill it from here too. That would make it maybe a little too easy, but that would be nice. I think it's fine over there. I probably won't mess with it. It's fine. It's out of the way and I don't have to worry about it too much, so. Okay. The other thing I thought of doing, our sheep are great and they're easy to take care of. So I thought about after we run out of oats, well, we have plenty of straw though. I don't know. I've thought about potentially, and I want to know what you guys think down in the comments before I do it, maybe, potentially. I want to know if I should clear this land out, because I could use the object hider, which actually, can we even sell? Is it in here as a sellable item? Actually might be. The horse pen? Yeah, it is in here. Yeah, it is in here. That's the horse pen. So we could sell it. If we move this out of it, we probably want to sell it shelter at the end as well, to be fair. But we'll leave this guy just right here for now. But if we did sell it, we would have obviously that space. I want to keep doing the wool, because the wool's actually making us a really good amount of money every year. Given the horses are too, but the sheep are just easier to care for in general. But if we did that, we could start adding in, and we'd want to do this when we had money for it, start adding in some of the stuff to make like beekeeping stuff. We could put some fruit trees down for our little farm shop and start selling stuff that way. That would be an option. Let me get these oats out of the way here. But I have thought about doing that, because I think that'd be a good way to start working on getting that farm shop set up. But again, we want to have the money to be able to get all that going at once, so that's probably gonna be a couple episodes from now before we get to that point. And the other thing is, we can keep chugging away with our setup here and work on buying another field first, which would be nice as well to have. I'm gonna leave this outside since it's not actively raining right now. And it might actually just be okay for a little bit out here. Obviously, we won't get any more straw off of our sunflowers, but we can always buy some more straw if need be from the store. So it is nice to be able to buy what we need from the store if we need it, or if we run out of it. Back up in here, grab this guy. All right, we'll get, oops, sorry, got that one. Let's get the sheep taken care of here. How many males do they have? They have 26 sheep now. Actually, it's kind of funny. The older sheep, or the younger sheep, sorry, 1.1 years, not the original ones we bought. They're 2.9 years. That's funny, we've had them for a while. They weigh a lot more than the other ones do, which is kind of funny. Yeah, they passed the other ones in weight. Yeah, I probably should just push that forward so it's a little bit out of the way. Probably not the best for our loading wagon, but there's the trigger there for the hay. And after they have hay, then everyone should be good to go. I feel like their fitness should be going up. It's charging me for them every day, but it's not really going up, but that's fine. We'll leave this out like this, but yeah, so that's what our plan today is to get some sunflowers going, probably with our new planter. Honestly, that'll probably be the thumbnail. You guys probably already know, but that'll probably be our thumbnail for this episode. So yeah, this guy's just gonna keep working. I actually might just throw this on a little bit of a time lapse, just to add a little something in there, just to kind of mix things up a little bit. So I'll see you guys. Well, no, I don't want to do a time lapse. He's almost done. I mean, we do time lapse of the planting. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do a time lapse of the planting. We won't do one of this. And that'll just kind of change things up a little bit, put a little bit of a gap in there. So the next thing you will see is going to be a time lapse of this field getting planted with our new planter. So we'll get that purchased. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.
calls on you to cry. You decided it was time for him to fly out of the darkness and into the light, higher and higher out of sight. Whispered inside your heart tells you let go. Time to leave the past, you did what you knew. Slow down and rest, you've been through a war. No one can hurt you anymore. Behind closed eyes, memories unfold, hidden secrets, shimmering gold. Behind closed eyes, where the shadows play, there's no looking the other way. Behind closed eyes. There's a song inside your soul waiting to be heard. Sing it aloud, you've written every word. Oh, out of the silence.
Well, as you just saw, we used our new planter, which is now stored in there behind the International there. That thing worked out really well. Now, it does have a fertilizer tank, and I have the option on there, so it does have them on there. I didn't fertilize this time, one, because we didn't have any fertilizer, and two, it wouldn't have put it down anyways, because we just fertilized the field. But anyhow, good, we have that, so we could always use our cultivator subsoiler thing without it, doing the fertilizer on. I did, I will be honest, just to make my life easier, I did open this up here, took out this fence so I could just drive here and over to my field. It just makes more sense. I might put a path in. Now, we technically, and I want to run this by you guys kind of in a way. This land around us, it'd be kind of nice to be able to use it a little bit, I think. And I'm not talking to farm it or anything like that. It wouldn't let us farm it since we can't technically own it. It won't let us technically take down the trees, but we could obviously come up here and use the object hider like that to get rid of these trees. What I'm thinking is maybe coming up with a price to buy. I mean, let's look at how much we pay for this chunk of land here. It'd probably be similar to that. My guess would be probably in our 50 grand to go, well, maybe it's, we'll say in our 37,367. That's just to make it fair to go all the way around out about here. And I'm talking out this way as far as this fence goes. So this would be the new well, maybe not that fence. I'm thinking out to about probably this horse fence. If you look at the map down there. So this horse fence goes up along here out to there. And we could take out this fence if we wanted to, or we could keep it. And then on the other side, pretty much out to, well, not up to the field, but about this tree, right along here, just up until we hit this fence. And this would be the back border, would be this fence here. So kind of buying that and just kind of simulating that. Now, what could we do with that? Obviously, we can't plow it down and do anything like that because we don't own the land. But with Global Company, it'll allow you to activate Extended Placeable, and I can landscape it, and I can place stuff on it. Like, it should let me place stuff on it. Theoretically speaking, let's just find some silly placeable that'll work. I don't have enough money for that one. Yeah, I got enough money for that. Just to show you that, yeah. See, it'll let me place stuff on land I don't own, so I shouldn't have any issues just smoothing it out. But yeah, so it'd essentially be just along this fence here. So we have this chunk of land right here, which would be the main chunk, and then, I mean, up to about the horses, so about here, and then on this side up to about here. So just probably, I think our 37 grand is probably fair. Well, that's a decent chunk of land though. And it looks bigger in, well, actually this is still, I mean, if you look at the map, that's still, from what we own, that's not adding, I mean, it's probably doubling it. So 37 I think is fine for that. I think that's reasonable if we can buy that. And what we could do with that, and here's what I'm thinking why I want to do it, is place down some of our fruit trees and other stuff like that. And like start setting up some of that. We could put down some more sheds. We would have to pay to flatten it ourselves. I'm not going to take out, I'm not going to say that's part of the deal or anything like that. So if we want to landscape it down, which we would want to do, because it would pretty much have to be, it's something that would have to happen probably to make it work for us. So doing the landscaping we'd have to pay for, so that's probably another, I mean, that could be up to our 100 grand there, to be honest, but we'll see. we'll see. I'm thinking about doing it. I mean, I could also save the, after we get enough money, I could save the game and see how much it would cost to clear that. Now trees, I would just delete the trees just to simplify things because we don't have a way to do it otherwise. But yeah, so that's how I'm kind of thinking about doing, maybe potentially, but we'll see. Otherwise, everything else is going well. We got that field planted, as you know, so not on there, on here, that field is planted. Looks like germination already failed in some areas. That's fine. Other than that, I also moved some of our wool. We had 2 full pallets here, so they're over on the side. I'm hoping to get more this year since we have more sheep now. I'm hoping to get more, which actually we're mid-spring. We're not halfway through. I mean, we're not done with the day yet, so we'll probably get a little bit more. I think it looks like. I think we'll get a little bit more. We're at 3,200 liters right now, it looks like, so we'll get a little bit more this year. But yeah, everything's going well. I'm just gonna keep chugging along. I'm not sure. I mean, the planting was kind of the big focus of this episode, so I'm kind of not sure where I want to go with the rest of it, to be completely honest with you guys. We don't need any other. Is there anything on sale right now? No, there's been lots of sales through time, but there's nothing we really need to buy or anything like that. We just need to try to get our loan paid off, so I might just keep chugging along, getting some days done, knocked out. Maybe even we'll get harvest done this episode. We might as well if we can. So I'll get that field fertilized and taken care of, but yeah, I'll just keep chugging along, and I'll see you guys later on. Welcome back, everyone. So I got a load of oats here. We did a harvesting contract in this field while it's still underway. We're gonna go deliver the rest of the oats, and then we're gonna keep what's left for us. I also did a harvesting contract on field 1, which is the big one right up here on the left. We got paid $1,664, and then we got to keep 5,189 liters of wheat. I held on to it because even though there is, I think it could still go on, and there's a great demand there, but it looks like in our menu here, wheat can get up to close to 600, so we're gonna wait still to sell it. Since we have our silo, I figured that's not a problem, and we don't need the money necessarily drastically or immediately. I also did 2 fertilizer contracts. I figured might as well get those knocked off. The loan is completely paid off. We are sans loan now. Yeah, I also bought, well, here, let's get this unloaded. I want to pay attention, make sure I don't, because I want to hold on to the extra oats. Gotta be getting close. Gotta be getting so close. There we go. Got a little bit extra. 1422, so not bad. Now we do have some oats in storage. We have 3,300. Now we actually went through all of our oats. We used all the oats that we had gotten off our harvest, and I had to buy a pallet. So if you go into the store, I think it was like 2,700 bucks or something like that. But you can get in here premium horse feed. Now I got it in bulk, so it's plus 1,200. So 1,200 plus 1,500, so it's 2,700. Now I know it says that's their final price. It is actually 27. If you watch the money, it would actually bill it for 27. I don't think it'll let us buy this. I'm tempted to test it, but I don't want to do that. I don't want it to put me in the negatives, but it won't. It shouldn't let you buy it. It does lower it, and I can confirm that. That's how most of those pallets work. But anyhow, so we have another 1,400 liters here. That was before, obviously, I knew about that harvesting contract, and I was just out, so I needed it. We'll drive over here and get this put in our silo. Might as well hold on to it since we're doing horses still. I also bought us, and this is kind of expensive. I know I spent a lot of money, but we've been earning money, so it's been okay. Oop, back up a little bit. There we go. I'll let that unload for a second. This is all of our wool from this year. So we have 4 pallets stored over here. So 5,854 liters from this year, which is really good. That's better than last year. So I'm going to wait until we get a great demand on the wool. I think we need to sell it for at least 4,000 to be keeping up what we're doing. But yeah, so that's awesome. We're doing really good on that. Everything else around here. What else did you mention? Oh yeah, so I bought a pallet of fertilizer, which I know is super expensive, but I haven't used any of it yet. But I just set it there just so we had it because, well, our seeder or our planter can take it. This guy's going to need it. And I think our fertilizer spreader over here is about half empty or just under half. So I figured it'd be worth it to have that. But that's all the kind of the stuff that's happening. Our soybean, or not our soybeans, our sunflowers are ready to harvest. I'll show you this is my little path that I use right now, at least to get over to this field. I know it's a little sketchy, but here we go through here. Don't hit that tree. But yeah, our sunflowers are ready to harvest, so we're gonna go ahead and get those underway. That was the goal of this episode. I wanted to make sure this thing is loud. Make sure I'm gonna turn actually the audio down a little bit since we'll be in this thing probably the rest of the episode. But yeah, yeah, I wanted to get our sunflowers harvested, so we'll go ahead and... Oh, the harvester folded? It was, I'll be darned. I must have tried to I thought the header needed to be unfolded, and that's, I think it does. Does it not need to be unfolded, the header? Nope, maybe it's just, being lame. That's not good. They're ready to harvest, right? There's rain coming, too. Oh no! What in the world? That's actually really funny. So, I'm not gonna lie, and I swore they were ready to harvest. I could be crazy too, but I swore they were ready to harvest. But then I saved the game and loaded back in. So maybe it reverted them? I don't think that would have done that though. Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm probably just crazy. I thought they were ready to harvest, but I guess we're gonna put another cut in here, and I'll bring you guys back in once they are ready to harvest, which should be, I mean, any time, right? Theoretically, sunflowers? Oh no, tomorrow. They'll be ready tomorrow. Okay, well, we're gonna hang out here. Turn this off. Get this guy powered down. Actually, we're gonna need you to feed the horses because we're gonna have to feed the horses tomorrow probably before we harvest. But yeah, I will see you guys when it's time to actually harvest, which is not now, but it will be soon. So yeah, well, let's go ahead and put a little cut in here, and I'll bring you guys back in when the sunflowers are actually ready to harvest. So I'll see you guys here in just a bit. All right, welcome back everyone. So just finishing up taking care of the animals. Mid-autumn here. What's that trigger? Very finicky. Seriously? This is even more finicky than normal? Come on. Are they full? Oh wow, they are full. That exactly full? Wow, interesting. Okay. Anyhow, let's drive over to our greenhouses real quick. I kind of do this whenever I take care of the animals. I just drive down here. I've still been taking $1,000 out each night, and also too, in order to see what their fill levels are, is I just go up like that. So very easy, and I can see it on the help screen there. So if you guys commented in the last episode, sorry, I haven't read the comments yet because this episode is being recorded before I've read any of those comments yet, because that episode recently came out. Or came out today. I'm recording this right after that. But anyhow, but yeah, I brought you back in because the sunflowers are officially ready to harvest. That's yes. Okay. Oh, the crops are wet though. We'll fast forward time in a second though, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's get this water delivered off here. That way these guys will be set to go. What is it full? 2,000 liters, I bet. Yep, 2,000 liters. Okay. So 2,000 liters is full. Well, let's fast forward until that crop moisture icon goes away because all the animals are taken care of. And there we go. It's gone. Just afternoon. Actually, normally goes after just right afternoon. I feel like is when it normally is good to go. But let's get this parked off over here. I'll just park you right here. I did do a sewing contract off camera. I haven't done anything else really. I really like this international here, this farm all. Get this thing going. I still have the volume down pretty low because I know we're going to be running the harvester in a second. I got oats in here from feeding the horses. Let's go ahead and get those put in the silo and get this bad boy over to our sunflowers. And we'll start working on the harvest on those. Just chit chat for a little bit and talk about some things and get going from here. But yeah, this is I'm trying to get. I know I mentioned it last episode. I'll be out of town for a couple of days. I'll record map tours if needed while I'm out of town. I'll have my laptop with me and I'll respond to comments, and I'll probably catch up on comments and messages. So if you have a Discord message or a Facebook message that's been sitting there for a while, I know I'm way behind on those. I will catch up on all those while I'm on vacation because it's super easy for me to just do that. It feels like it's a good way for me to do stuff on my channel, but it's not like a lot of work, and it's just easy to kind of just do something, interact with you guys a little bit while I'm gone. And it helps, yeah, it just helps overall, and that way it's less I have to deal with when I come back, or less I have to do when I come back. I say deal with like I have to deal with you guys in your comments. No, it's not like that. It's just I do want to go through all your comments, and I do have to read through all of them. I guess I don't have to, but I think it's super important for me to read through all the comments I get on the channel, and to either respond, or at least I like every comment unless it's something like, I don't know, something super negative, then I don't like it. But always I'll like it, and then I'll heart some comments and respond to some. But I always read every comment I get. So just for me, that kind of matters as far as all that stuff goes. And if you send me a Facebook message or a Discord message, I respond to every single one almost all the time, unless it's again, super negative or odd or something like that. Or I read it and then I forget to respond. That's also happened before. So all the above are possible. Anything's possible. Let's actually get a couple up and down the sides here. We'll just kind of work our way around. This harvester is great other than the fact that its turn radius is terrible. And the pipe does not have a very, it's hard to unload it sometimes, but it's got a very small space that it's willing to unload into. But anyhow, it works for us. It's pretty good. I can't complain too much. Our money's gone up quite a bit. We've been making good money. Overall, we've been, I mean, we're doing really good. I mean, no loan, nothing. We're doing great. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to accomplish in episode 7, to be honest. We'll finish up this harvest, obviously, in episode 7. But other than that, I don't have any specific goals that I really want to get done. I'd like to start saving up so we have some more money for land and stuff like that. But it would be kind of nice to start getting like the farm shop stuff going and stuff like that. But we just don't have the money for it yet. And again, this crop here is all for cash. So this is a cash crop. We're not using it to feed animals or anything like that. So hopefully we get a decent amount off of it because I would like to get a good payout. We're still waiting for, scroll over our prices for wheat to go up. See, they're starting to go up. See, that's above that great demand, so I'm already pretty happy I didn't sell them yet. Let me make a pass down this side here. Again, just a terrible turn radius in this thing. There we go, work our way down here. But yeah, so I'm waiting on that. We have oats we're not obviously going to sell because we want to hold on to them. Sunflower prices are actually, that's a really good price there. So if that keeps going up, we'll sell this. And hopefully we get a good chunk of change off of this. I mean, we're not going to get a lot. It's a small field. I kind of am still adjusting my mind to, I mean, the two series I have really going on that I've been playing on, well, I have Griffin, Indiana, I guess, going as well. But like between No Man's Land and Kleines Land, those are the ones I spend the most of my time playing on, I think. And yeah, it's a bit of an adjustment going from No Man's Land where I got big fields, massive, it takes tons of time to get the stuff done, massive equipment, massive harvests, massive amounts of money made, even on hard mode in there because I'm running hard on both. And I'm running seasons on both, except on No Man's Land I'm also running precision farming, and even with that, it still seems like I am making a ton of money on there. It seems like it's just going up and up and up, but on here, again, and this is not a vintage series. I know I've been using a lot of vintage stuff. It's because it's less expensive to use and work with, but this is not a vintage specific series. The goal of the series is just to use small equipment. And again, I want to own the whole map at some point. I'll kind of want to make the map our own, like I like to do on maps and stuff like that, like you guys have seen me do. So we'll definitely do that sort of stuff, but there's lots of, oh gosh, there's lots of really nice equipment that I want to use on here. We did have a sale. This guy, it's still on sale. I thought so hard about buying this, 20% off. Oh, I just can't. What will we do with it? We can only be able to use it really for carting stuff around. It doesn't have a 3-point. I can't justify spending, just wasting $2,700 on it when I just can't. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So, and the other thing too is we have that wool. So once wool prices go up and recover, it'll be kind of nifty to sell all that. Not really nifty. Nifty's a bad way to describe that maybe, but it'll be nice to get rid of that. I am hiring a worker right now. He's working on this field for us, but well, I just chit chat. But yeah, so again, I think our next, my cat, right here goes my cat to come meow at me, but our next goal I think will be to start working on getting some of this kind of stuff going. Bottling plant, that's also expensive. What is that? 15-20 grand for those types of things. Productions wise, we need the buckets, but 15 grand for those. The problem is going to be farm shop is now 15 grand. So 20 grand, 30 grand, we need like 40. We probably need a good 50 grand if you include landscaping and stuff like that to get these guys going. And if we do get the farm shop going where I want to put it, we're going to sacrifice our, yeah, we're gonna have to sacrifice our greenhouses over there, which is gonna be kind of a bummer because that's gonna be an extra grand every day that we're not making. Even with taking the $1,000 out every day, we're still making 1,000 off of those, which is great. But yeah, it's just not. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just babbling. It's fine. Just some babbling. No, mind me. But anyhow, I think we'll wrap up the episode there, guys. We're getting sunflowers done. We're making money, slow but sure. Yeah. I will say this is a series I didn't think I'd be doing as much stuff off camera, but I've been doing a ton of stuff off camera. But anyhow, I don't mind. It's not that I mind. It was not the way I thought I was gonna have the series go, but it's fine. I'm still really enjoying playing on here. But yeah, anyhow, guys, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn on your notification bells so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching.